Welcome back everyone to CruiseAway, the only show in Australia that packs an enormous punch when it comes to making you big savings for epic cruise and stay holidays around the world. Our team have spent over 25 years now bringing together all the major cruise lines and then teaming up their cruises with exciting stays to make more holiday for less dollar, just for you. Now this show is super exciting because we're cruising for everyone with the massive name of Royal Caribbean. Now they're the cruise line that have something for everyone, for every age, the wide variety of innovation on their ships, the family fun everywhere, and the most exciting dining and entertainment at sea. So let's celebrate that with 3 amazing Dreamaway packages for 2026. Now we're taking a Voyager of the Seas cruise from Brisbane to Seattle via the South Pacific and Hawaiian Islands. We'll also be heading over to the Mediterranean to join the Oasis class Harmony of the Seas to enjoy exploration, culture, history and fun with the big name of Royal Caribbean. First though, 20 exciting nights for April in 2026 as we join Anthem of the Seas right here in Sydney. And have we got an epic trip lined up for you. Here she is, the gorgeous Anthem. I love this ship. I spent one of the most memorable cruises I have ever done in my 15 years of talking cruise on TV on Anthem of the Seas, because she really is a game-changing ship. If you know Royal Caribbean, if you've ever cruised with Royal Caribbean, you know that it's always the most epic of fun. There is, as I said before, you know, 2, 22, 42, 62, 92. Everyone of every age just has the greatest time with Royal Caribbean because it's somewhere really you can relax if it's just you as a couple, if you're there with 15 members of your family or friends that you go away on holiday with, and everyone just has so much that will appeal to them. And the Quantum class that Anthem is part of were really absolutely game-changing when they launched, and they're still as fresh today. Anthem is still as fresh and modern and exciting as when she launched in 2015. I mean, having the surf simulator, that has been something that's been around on Royal Caribbean ships for a good while. But the skydiving simulator, the ripcord by iFly, there's Gigi, the big giraffe as well. She's tall, you know, very, very tall. You've got to have a picture with her. But also doing the North Star on that big pod that goes high above the ship is just brilliant. There are so many pools inside and outside, which I love. So you can be outside listening to the music, out in the sunshine, enjoying the party, or you can be inside in the solarium pools where you can just have the quietest, chilled out time, just sit there with a smoothie and swing on the swing in the solarium and just have the most relaxing time. That's what I love. There are places and spaces for everyone on this particular ship. And right the way across the Quantum class, if you ever see an offer on any of the other Quantum class ships, I mean, grab it as quickly as you can. Entertainment spaces are awesome. You just saw the 270 lounge there, which is one of the most incredible entertainment spaces I think I've ever seen at sea. This is going to be quite some cruise, my friends, and we are setting sail out of Sydney for 17 amazing nights. So here we go. First 2 days at sea to relax and get to know the ship. We're into the Bay of Islands where you can take a Royal Caribbean excursion and go dolphin and whale watching together on another mini cruise, which would be really, really lovely to do. There's also a tour to the glowworm caves here as well. 4 days at sea, we are across to Papeete on Tahiti in French Polynesia, of course. An excursion here, which I really love the sound of, is going to visit a black pearl farm because of course some of the most expensive and beautiful pearls in the world come from Tahiti. Across to Moorea next, where Royal Caribbean have an excursion that you might want to treat yourself to do a Circle Island tour of Moorea, so you get to see the wonderful beaches, waterfalls and viewpoints around the islands and learn about its history. Nice. Next over to Raiatea, where an excursion can take you to the botanical gardens here at Wharoa, where you can take a hike through the botanical gardens, which are very lush, see all the plants, the waterfalls as well, and maybe visit a vanilla plantation at the same time. 5 days at sea, we are across to Honolulu. We stay on board for 1 night and then we leave Anthem and book into a hotel for 2 nights. That's included in your price tag as well, so you get some real time to spend in Honolulu. Famous of course for Pearl Harbor. all the poignant history there, which you can go and visit. But again, you've got amazing shops here as well. Nip into the Ferrari store, wander the lovely lush gardens as well. There's also Kapiolani Park, which is rather nice, a bit of a highlight here in Honolulu, where you can take a walk, and it's just a beautiful lush park, and you can enjoy the very, very scenic views if you head up Diamond Head here as well. Lovely part of the world to be in, plenty of time to kind of chill out, relax and enjoy it. Remember, you've got one night on the ship in Honolulu at the end of your cruise, and then 2 further nights in a hotel before you then fly back to Sydney, which I think, you know, it is great. It is a lovely part of the world, and there are lots of places that you can visit from Honolulu as well. It's a beautiful island, and you should really make the most of this. So what a lovely journey, starting here in Sydney, making your way through the Bay of Islands, over to Tahiti and French Polynesia, across to Honolulu for your overnight and your 2-night hotel stay, and then flying back to Sydney. And Anthem, let me tell you, is such an exciting ship. Honestly, I'm so glad you're on for the amount of time that you are, because there are so many different things to enjoy. You don't want to miss anything. You've got some good chunk of sea days on this cruise as well, which is great, because you don't have the pressure of missing out on a port. You can get to enjoy all of the activities and the kind of thrill things if you want to. You've got time to chill out, relax, spend time with the kids, whatever you want to do. And of course, of an evening, oh my word, your dining choices are many and plenty. You've got the great shows to enjoy there, the fabulous entertainment, and the entertainment is just superb. And remember, when you go into the theatres, you are not buying tickets for the shows. They are included in your cruise price as well. So you should not delay 1 second in grabbing this deal as quickly as you can. One thing missing is the price. So let's have a little look and see what we've got on offer for your 20 nights. I mean, that's just nigh on 3 weeks of holiday time. And look at your price tag here. That's stunning and that's incredible. And remember, this is one of the biggest names in the cruise industry as well, Royal Caribbean. And this ship has been so heavily invested in as well, and is still continuing to be as well, regularly refreshed. But she feels so modern and so fresh. Oh my word, wait until you see the bionic bar where the robots mix up the cocktails. It is so clever and amazing. These robot arms shaking the glasses, going up to the optics and getting the drinks. It's brilliant. And you can invent your own cocktail on there as well. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. Let's have a look at the overview of this offer and your upgrade prices there as well. So you've got your prices for ocean view, for balcony, and for your suite as well. They are just superb. 17 nights is a real treat on Anthem of the Seas. Most of the itineraries are considerably shorter than that, so take advantage of that. Remember, you'll be sailing over those 17 nights, ending in Honolulu with an overnight on board Anthem, and then you've got 2 nights there in a hotel and the flight back to Sydney, all included at that price tag. And because we're looking so far ahead, call our team right now and get a low deposit in on that one as well. It makes great sense because we are early booking and early planning for this. It makes sense to put a deposit down on that. And of course, we've got payment plans available as well with Travel Pay Later. Again, you can talk to the team about that. 1300 408 764. Now listen, CruiseAway have been in the cruise business for over 25 years. So when it comes to booking any holiday that has a cruise in it, you know where to come.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Yeah, and just talking to the website there, cruiseaway.com.au, go and have a little gander after the show, of course. Go and have a little look around, because if you are a fan of Royal Caribbean, and lots of people are, and it's one of their catchphrases, loyal to royal, you can have a look at all of their sailings on all of their ships right the way around the world, and we will find the best offers for you at the best prices. One more thing on the website as well. Do me a favour, if you will. Go to cruiseaway.com.au after the show. Right down to the bottom of the website, there's a space there to pop your email address in there. Pop your email address in. What we'll do is we'll keep you updated on pretty much a daily basis, actually. So when there's a new offer, a new promotion, something hot that you need to know about, you will find out first, even before you'll find out here on our CruiseAway show. So it's well worth doing. So go to cruiseaway.com.au, right down to the bottom, and pop your email address in there. Right, let's do some more cruising then. We're off to Hawaii to explore more of its stunning islands on our next Dream Away package with Royal Caribbean for April in 2026. So it's a different ship and a different starting point this time as we cruise Voyager of the Seas from Brisbane for 24 nights of cruising that will take us all the way to Seattle over in the States. Aren't we lucky? What a dream trip. I mean, any cruise is a dream, to be honest with you. Once you get into the cruising habit and the cruising bug, you will love it, because you know what? Every corner you turn, there's something different happening. You're meeting new people all the time. You're getting new holiday ideas from people all the time. The other thing about a cruise like this as well is that because of the way that you are traveling, you are going to be meeting people from around the world, because it's funny, you know, there will be obviously a lot of Aussies on this cruise because it's starting off here in Brisbane. That makes sense, right? But there'll be a lot of people who will be coming from other parts of the world and starting this journey in Brisbane as well. So you'll be quite surprised just how many and how broad the range of people that you meet on board these cruise ships are. And you'll find people that have cruised 50 times, 60 times, 100 times, and you'll meet people who are there on their first cruise. And that's great, because everyone gets to know each other. They give each other cruise advice, you know, what they like, what they've seen before, where they've been. It's fascinating. That's kind of like a bonus part of the holiday that no one ever tells you about, in a way, because you're too busy looking at this beautiful ship and all the beautiful food and the wonderful service on board and the entertainment and so much more. But it is the people you meet on a journey like this as well. So Brisbane, our starting point. 24 nights of cruising ahead of us. First 6 days are at sea to get to know the ship, and we're across to Tahiti, into Papeete again, where you can take a local market tour excursion here and see the municipal market in Papeete, sample the local delicacies, shop for souvenirs and lots more as well. Of course, you can make your own way around these ports if you want to and just go and have a good old wander. Moorea is next. The Lagoonarium di Moorea is here as well, where you can, it's an enclosed lagoon with warm waters, coral gardens and the floating turtles. Very, very nice indeed. 5 days at sea, we're across to Honolulu next. This is lovely. You've got an overnight here, so 2 full days. So you can take in a couple of excursions. You can take in the nightlife in Honolulu as well if you want to. Go snorkeling in Hanauma Bay, which is lovely, or go up to the North Shore and go surfing if that's your thing. Then we cruise on to the Napoli coast in Kauai. This is lovely. You can take a really nice helicopter tour here actually for a bird's eye view of the coastline itself. See the aerial views, the lovely coastline and the vibrant landscape below, which you can see in the pictures there. Wonderful. Next to Kalua Kona on the Big Island, Hulihi Palace is here, and the Kona Village, which you can take a tour of, which is really nice. The palace is actually the summer home of the royalty in Hawaii. Very nice indeed. Hilo is next, where you can head to a farmer's market, which I would love to do. You can find all the local produce, the crafts and the wonderful Hawaiian snacks that this part of the world is famous for. You can go swimming with sea turtles here as well. 5 days at sea, and we end the cruise in Seattle. So that is where we say goodbye to Voyager, but we're checking you into a hotel in Seattle for 2 nights for you to enjoy this amazing city. It's incredible. A really, really lovely place to be. Funnily enough, at this time of year when you're arriving in Seattle, we could hook you up with an add-on Alaska cruise from here as well. So talk to the team if that's of interest to you. But in Seattle itself, over your 2 nights, there's so much you can do. You can see there you've got the wonderful Space Needle there, which is just brilliant. So you can go up to that and get a bird's eye view across the city. You can see it's mountainous around the city as well. So lots of time to check that out and explore before you then fly back to Australia, which is amazing. Of course, you'll be flying back to Brisbane because that's where you started your cruise on this one. But if you need city flights, of course, we can hook you up with those as well. Wow, what an adventure. And I love the fact, again, you have got chunks of sea days on this, and they're really, really important. You might think, well, what am I going to do on those sea days? There's no port, there's no market to walk around, there's no attraction to go and see. But you know what? Those sea days are so, so important, because sometimes we forget on a holiday like this. Just stop and pause and relax and enjoy and just refocus and rebalance. Get that book read that's been on the shelf for how many years? Chill out. You can be busy, you can be doing activities all day long, but it's a nice time to just relax and enjoy all the fun on the ship as well. So this is both a relaxing and a great fun holiday with a wonderful balance of time on the ship, as well as those fascinating ports and destinations that you're going to. So you start your 24-night cruise with Royal Caribbean in Brisbane. Voyager of the Seas, of course, is the ship, sailing over to Tahiti, French Polynesia, across to Honolulu for an overnight stay, and then cruising on to Kauai, Kona and Hilo, ending the cruise in Seattle, where we've checked you into a hotel for 2 nights before you then fly back to Brisbane. It's amazing. Amazing. Tell you what's even more amazing. Look at this. Here comes the price. This is incredible. Do you believe that? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, really? Really? Okay, you've got the telephone number here. That's the price. That's our telephone number. It's toll free. Call. Because if you're sitting there thinking, that's too good to be true, that can't be right. That cannot be right for everything you're doing on this holiday. I mentioned before that we've been in this business for over 25 years and we do the very, very best deals. We refuse to be beaten. It's as simple as that. 1300 408 764. Call us toll free and find out that that price is a reality. And remember, you can put a low deposit down on that today to make it an absolutely cast iron guarantee. Here's the overview and the upgrades for you as well. So ocean view, balcony and suite prices are there for you. This is a long cruise as well, remember. So bear in mind that balcony at 1300 for a 24-night cruise is pretty tempting, isn't it? I mean, you've got a lot on your hands there already. 24 nights of cruising. That's 3 weeks and 3 nights of cruising as it is, just the cruise. Then you've got the extra 2-night stay in Seattle and the flight back to Brisbane included. I mean, it's just ridiculously good, isn't it? And you can book it today with a low deposit. But here's the thing. It's subject to availability. Every offer we show you could sell out in 10 minutes time. I don't know. You need to call the team right now and make it happen. We've shown you a date that is far enough in advance that, fingers crossed, everybody that wants this holiday, we can find places for. But it's just not just us here in Oz that are booking this holiday. It's people around the world are booking this very cruise. So the quicker you are, the more chance of bagging that amazing deal with a low deposit today and plenty of ways to pay as well. 1300 408 764. Have to say, that's the thing with cruising. Trying to hold a cruise price at one level for any period of time is literally trying to keep 200 frogs within a life ring. It's just near impossible. So make your move as soon as you see a deal. Right, let's do another one then. Our next big adventure with Royal Caribbean takes us to its awesome Oasis class ships, taking a Mediterranean Harmony cruise. And the trip all begins on the 19th of May in 2026, and we'll fly from Sydney this time over to Barcelona in Spain. And we have got a 4-night hotel stay for you with breakfast included in the Catalonian capital of Barcelona. Well, if you've never been to Barcelona before, treat yourselves at least once in your life, because it is the most stunning city. It's not just another one of those big cities. It has so many contrasts, so many wonderful sights and sounds. Architecturally, it's wonderful. Culturally, it's brilliant. Its specialty foods and entertainment and everything is stunning, and it's well worth seeing. You've got 4 nights there in a hotel, and then this beauty is waiting for you to sail out on a cruise, and it is Harmony of the Seas. So now we are on the Oasis class with Royal Caribbean, and they are superb. I mean, just for a second, it's like suspending reality. Did I just see a carousel on a cruise ship there? Yes. Look at the size of this awesome and massive promenade right in the middle of the ship there. And the great thing about these, yes, these are bigger ships. These are mega ships. Not the biggest. You know, we talk about the biggest is Icon of the Seas, which is bigger than this. But this is divided into zones as well. So there's almost your Zen zone in Central Park. It's so quiet. It's so peaceful there. Lovely restaurants and bars and real trees and planting there, so you can just sit and chill out in Central Park. It's crazy, isn't it? On a cruise ship, you just think these things don't go together, but they really do. Big name shopping. You saw the amazing Chops Grill Steakhouse, one of the specialty dining options there in Central Park as well. The climbing wall. It's on a lot of Royal Caribbean ships. Try it if you haven't, because it's more of a challenge than you think it's going to be. You saw before that great big promenade through the centre of the ship as well. Everything, there it is. Everything through there, all the restaurants and bars and shopping that you need, all beautifully configured along that promenade, along with venues to go and do karaoke. You've got things like Johnny Rockets on board as well. That is a brilliant thing to do. And it's right next to where all the fun stuff is, all the carousel and things like that are. So everything makes sense. Where everything is located on the ship all makes sense. So even though it is a bigger ship, everything is really sensibly kind of positioned and placed. So getting to know and getting to navigate these ships is much easier than you expect. I absolutely promise you. Listen, there's only one way to find out, and that's to get on board, really, isn't it? You are going to have just the greatest time. So we have got a week of cruising on Harmony, and you will be enjoying the big production shows as well, included in your price tag, which is lovely. So first port of call, Palma de Mallorca in out there in the Balearics, which is just beautiful. You can go to Soller here and take a mountains tour nearby, which is very, very nice to do as well. And then you can see the rugged countryside of this part of the world. Then we cruise across to France into Marseille, and you can take a lavender fields tour here, which must be absolutely tremendous. This would be the perfect time of year as well to see the lavender in bloom as well. Imagine just walking through those fields, incredible. Next, we head across to La Spezia in Italy. That's one of the gateway ports into Florence, and the famous Cinque Terre there, which you see just perched on the hillside. All of these wonderful houses. You wonder how they're defying gravity and being there. It's incredible. Next, the port for Rome, Civitavecchia. Of course, you want to go into Rome, and you can do a top sights of Rome tour in one single day and get to see the Trevi Fountain, the Roman Forum, the Colosseum, and much more in a single day. Next to Naples, another romantic city in Italy. You can take a Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius tour and get those covered in one day, because Mount Vesuvius is absolutely incredible. And going to see Pompeii, which they're forever making new discoveries in, again, is a pretty epic treat. A day at sea, and we then disembark in Barcelona. We've got a transfer laid on for you back to the airport for your flight back to Sydney. So another just jaw-droppingly amazing holiday. I mean, this is lovely. Great to spend some time in Barcelona. We don't usually have a stay this long in one of our packages, so enjoy that special time in Barcelona. It's an amazing city, and I promise you, it's one of those cities that you fall in love with and you have to go back. At some time in your life, once you've been there once, you have to go back and see how it's changed. And just, there's never enough time to do all of it. So that's the draw. It's the same with Rome. Once you've been into Rome once, you'll be back again and again and again, because there is so much there to discover. So the pace of this trip, for me, I think is absolutely perfect. It's 13 nights all told. It's for May in 2026. We include the flight from Sydney over to Barcelona, 4 nights there in a hotel to enjoy the city, breakfast included in the hotel as well. Then you've got your week of cruising on Harmony of the Seas with Royal Caribbean, exploring Palma de Mallorca, Marseille in France, Florence, Rome and Naples in Italy. Before ending the cruise back in Barcelona, we transfer you to the airport for your flight back to Sydney, all included. Oh my word. Oh my word, we've done it again. This is what we do. Honestly, we are so close with Royal Caribbean because we've had that association with them for so long, and we send so many people away. Remember, we're a worldwide company as well. CruiseAway is owned by Dreamlines, which has bases around the world, and that gives us a worldwide buying power with the cruise lines as well, and I think you can see that here. We really have taken advantage of that. But we do all the arrangements for you as well. You don't have to worry about anything. We do all the booking for you, so literally you just go on the holiday and enjoy it. Let's have a look at the overview and the upgrades then for this. So if you want to go up to your ocean view or your balcony or suite prices, they're there for you as well. We've already got 4 nights in Barcelona. If you wanted to eke that out a little bit further, if you wanted to make that a week in Barcelona, we can easily do that for you. We can always tailor these packages as you want to. And here's another idea for you, by the way. At the end of the cruise, instead of flying straight back to Sydney from Barcelona, how about stopping off somewhere else along the way? And listen, the world is your oyster because Barcelona, it is quite a big international flying hub. There's lots of possibilities on the way back to Sydney. But anyway, I'm just putting that out there and letting you know that that's a possibility. So never think that you are confined within the parameters. I have to give you parameters to give you a price tag on screen. But if you want to change that, you absolutely can. Just give us a call right now, 1300 408 764. Now, I've been talking to you all the way through this show about if you haven't yet cruised, and if you haven't yet cruised, it's a world of discovery.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily service provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising with a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's also snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment, from Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs allowing you to dance the night away. So, if you want more holiday for less dollar, make sure you choose to cruise.
It is an amazing way to holiday. I mean, there are no two ways about it. If you haven't cruised before, just to have a little ask around, you know, family, friends, work colleagues, you know, just ask around who's cruised, and you'll soon find out that it's a very, very popular way of getting away and seeing more of the world and feeling well travelled, and that's got to be a good feeling. And it's a good way of getting away from the everyday of life and from the bad news headlines and everything else. It's a great break. It's a true break, actually. Listen, thank you for your company as always. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget, we're here every day, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon on Gecko. So pop back in again soon as we cruise away again. Take care.